Hello, welcome to Gemini Rogues. Got Killers 05 and we is on our top 5 tier 6 tank destroyers, and this one is number 2 and it is the American M36 Jackson.
Why is it called a Jackson?
Something to do with some Civil War general.
Yeah, Civil War's in Stonewall Jackson. That's what America's named after. British know it more affectionately as the Slugger.
The Slugger.
The M36 Jackson.
Okay, give us some. I want some background on this because it's quite interesting.
Yeah, the historical background. The Americans needed a big, powerful tank destroyer.
Okay.
Kesserine Pass, Sicily and Italy, they'd had trouble penetrating armour at any kind of distance, so they needed something that could punch it from a fair distance away. They didn't want it up close and personal. They needed a big gun, basically. This is what they come up with. Okay. A 90mm mounted on pretty much a basic M1A1 chassis. The M10 Wolverine as well was used. Everything were adapted, but mostly an M10 Wolverine chassis was used. So it started developing in 1943, but it didn't really come into action until September 1944.
Late,
yeah, so September 1944, he was there for the Battle at Bulge. You've already mentioned that. Little accounts of this tank, it's took out a Panther from 1,500 metres, shooting it through its favourite spot, the turret. It's also recorded in December of 1944, taking out a King Tiger through the side of its turret at 1,000 metres. So it did its job. Its crews loved it. It was in short supply and high demand. That's how good this tank were in World War II, towards the end. The gun was that good, they later fit it on the Pershing. That's how good the gun were.
Wow.
That's what we're dealing with here. It's a very good solid tank. It gave off a little bit puff of smoke when it fired as well, so it was clearly invisible. But the one thing it's got is a little bit of armour over the other. We're going to talk about its armour. No roof.
No roof.
Does have a roof. It started off with no roof, but the crews were petrified of HE spells exploding above them, so they modified it and welded on their own tops, or in later production models after the war, they just had them put on from start.
So what's the difference between this one with armour and...
Well, we can look at the armour now, and
Hellcat.
You can see that it's got armour. The Hellcat's got nothing, the Jackson has got armour. I want to look at the armour before, because it's important to know why we're playing it in a certain way. It's most of its armour. It doesn't show on here, but the gun mantle is 150mm, so you can get hull down in a Jackson.
That's a beast,
That's
isn't
a beast, and you can see that the lower plate, the lower section, the lower glacis, if you want to call it that, is the most armoured point, which is never normal.
Yeah, you normally aim for that.
Yeah, normally the lower plate's your weak spot, not on a Jackson. Don't aim for the lower plate. It's the upper glacis, you can see there, it's just 60mm. It is angled, so it's not a guaranteed penetration, because it's not overly at a sharp angle. But basically, if you're shooting this thing from the front, you need to hit that lower glacis, just below the gun, above the upper plate. And if you can shoot it, that's all you can see. Aim for the sides and try and miss that mantlet. That's pretty much the armour. And it's also angled, so that 114mm that you've got on the bottom can bounce a fair bit. If you get this thing in a tier 6 match, it's pretty armoured. I mean, you can see from sides,
nothing.
It's a non-event.
Nothing.
But frontally, it's pretty good. And we're going to show that here now. But straight away, we're in this all-down position here. Let's see what's good. Benefits of all-down positions: minimum exposure of your own tank. There you can go see we took a little bit of a whack there. It's not impenetrable. Stuff can go through it, but we're trying his best. So, the gun, exactly the same. Nice, wasn't it? Exact same gun as you get on the Hellcat at number 3. The exact same 90mm gun. And when I say it's exactly the same, it is exactly the same.
I like the camera.
Fire rate, accuracy, reload speed, everything is exactly the same. The one little advantage the Jackson's got over the Hellcat in this regard, the gun, shells.
Oh yeah.
Carries more ammunition with a Jackson than you do an Hellcat. We've seen you can run out of ammunition with an Hellcat. It's harder to do in a Jackson. It's not impossible, because you donk shots like that. But it can be done. But the Jackson carries a little bit more armour, gives you a little bit more flexibility. And the armour also allows you that little bit more flexibility to stand there and risk getting in it, because you can block it.
You can take.
And you say it's got bad camo. I don't know why. It's to say it's got the same accuracy ratings as an Hellcat. I just find the Jackson more accurate. I don't know if it's your more calmer in it, because you've got that little bit of reassurance that things aren't going to pen you as easy. I don't know, but if you can hide that hull and keep it with that little turret showing, it's a nightmare to deal with. We're going to see it in this match. We've already got 2 kills already, 4 shots.
What map's this?
I think is it Moravanka or Malinovka?
I ain't got no clue.
But you can see straight away, manoeuvrability It's not as good as the M10 Wolverine, its predecessor at tier 5, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
It can get up over 40 kilometres an hour. You can see that, it's fantastic.
Beautiful.
I do like the gun handling, and we talk about the Tourist Traverse on the Hellcat. It's no better on a Jackson. This thing's not going to be swinging all across place and snapping shots off. Yeah, but you can see here this Jackson's fully upgraded. It's got a roof on, so it's not as prone to HE shells as an Hellcat either. Another plus point.
Okay.
You see here again, excellent gun depression. Bop.
Why has it got gun depression, Warren? What's
10 degrees, same as the Hellcat.
Okay.
So this even better for the all down position like this. Minimum, you see an Hellcat here. We just can't get him in time before he kills us. But we've got him. We're struggling here. They've got a fair few heavy tanks left. We're lacking in numbers. We've already racked up 5 kills. Its camo rating, I mentioned it briefly before, it's not as good as an Hellcat, but I've never really struggled with it. I've never had it blatantly get spotted constantly. A donk shot.
I'm just thinking, what? Yeah, you got
Took a shot there. You can see that straight in that upper glaciers, but we bounced one on the upper glaciers. And then another one. We're still bouncing. You can see the armour of this Jackson here. Fantastic. Yeah. Absolutely fantastic, the armour. This is one thing it's got. You won't be bouncing them in an Hellcat. No two ways about it. They're going in and you're going to be dead. That is why the Jackson's better for me than an Hellcat. Just that little...
I think you've proved it already.
Yeah, the little 10-second segment there, we blocked 3 shots that didn't go in, that had gone in an Hellcat.
This is brawling.
Yeah, that's
Hellcat
the beauty of it.
Does not brawl.
This can snipe, it can sit back and snipe, and it can brawl.
This is a brawler.
And you can see here, look,
you needed to hit that then.
I'm scared to death for a knife. He sticks one in me. They're coming at us from all angles here, all heavy tanks. It's all about getting numbers down. We're 3 on what they got left now, 7.
Yeah, I like this. How they're coming
there you go. If you can take a KV1 on frontally.
Run.
I took one up, Bob.
I was expecting to hit your most armoured bit on the back of your turret then.
And we dodged another shot there by, not really dodging, just by driving around the corner, but you get what I mean. And you can see, I just briefly took at equipment where we'll have this lulling action. Binos and Caminet must for every tank destroyer, I think. And I've got a gun rammer on this just to get that reload down. It's not a fantastic DPM. We've mentioned it on Hellcat, 1800, exactly the same. It's the same gun.
The thing is, you're brawling, so you're not really using anything.
I mean, look at this. We can use gun depression, we can use mantlet. Manoeuvrability here. Struggles on hills, but the Hellcat does. Yeah. It's not immobile. It's not a sitting duck. It's not an 88. You can see here. We get us. Bang.
Ooh, nice.
A little sneak up. This is what it's beautiful at. I mean, look at this, and we're still smashing damage out here. 13 shots, 7 kills already. Bogatar's paying no attention to us at all.
I do like this.
Bop, we put one in him.
He doesn't even turn towards
and then we're going to get all down again. We're going to try and angle ourselves as best we can, but he's not bothered, so I don't bother anymore.
Out of him and he's just not looking, is he?
And then, took one inside. The KV1S coming round back at us.
Looked round.
There's a minute. We can see the turret traverse is not great. And now we're going to try and hide down here the best we can. They're coming over hill as where we come from before. It's going well. We've got a Radley already. 8 kills.
This is a pure brawl. This is.
I'd love the Jackson. This is why it's at number 2.
This is not a tank destroyer game. This is a medium style
well,
game.
When they push on you, I mean, we've got the OI here for a little bit of backup, bit of a meat shield. We're going to try and stick together as best we can.
Yeah.
And I'm more worried about the artillery than anything at this point.
Yeah, it's a shame.
I need to get eyes on the heavies. I need to know where they are again. And as I do that, they're coming up across to his right hand side. I'm going to try and get myself a little bit of an angle to get a better shot on him. KV1S, missing. That is not really going to come back and Ardennes.
No, there's plenty else that's going to come.
He's not penning his OI, so it don't cost us any hit points. We take his engine out, OI finishes him off. It'd be nice to have got killed, wouldn't it? If that first shot had gone in, that would have been a killing shot. That would have been 9. Now we're 3 on 2. Pop up. Where's the OI gone? Where is he? I still don't know where the tank destroyer is at this point, and I don't even know where. Oh, is there to his left hand side? And the OI's coming as well. I've noticed the tank destroyer. I'm trying to back up. His shot is missed us. I'm trying to swing around, but look at the traverse on that turret. A bit of a meat shield here, a bit of a massive OI.
Is that artillery?
This is killer. He's had a good go. We've got a nipple twister off left. Aim for that cupola on top, and it drops low to right. His OI's dead. We're 1 on 3 now. It's just us. Our artillery's still trying. We're hiding from 88. We've got artillery banging shells in. I don't know where OI is. He's coming over hill at us. His shot is missed. Oh, we get the OI. That's 9.
Nice.
Dodge a shot from 88. Can I get one in before he's reloaded?
You're kidding me, man.
Artillery, splash damage off at dead OI next to me. Potential Pools medal there coming up, 10 kills. If I just need that split second longer just to get rid of that 88.
It's a shame.
But you can see there, 3,000 damage, 9 kills. the Jackson's not to be dismissed
Yeah,
lightly
plenty
at
of
all.
confetti, nice confetti, man.
Mastery badge, Random Walters,
Devastator.
Devastator, Top Gun, usual malarkey,
And all
Reaper
of that,
medals, high
yeah.
caliber.
Carried it slightly.
Yeah,
didn't
slight
you?
carry. You can see how good a
Slight
Jackson
carry.
is. This
Yeah.
is why I love a Jackson. We're going to see it straight into Rez and I match here.
Straight in.
We're going to go into a little bit more details on the tank while we're driving across here. Got a bit of time to kill. 420 brake horsepower again.
Is that the same?
Yeah, it's a bit more, but it's a bit more weight to it as well. I'm not going to mention gun statistics. We all know what they are at LCAT. I'll quickly skim over them. 7.5 rounds a minute, 8-second reload, 1.7 second aim time. Exactly the same as an LCAT. We're not getting any different.
the
Same with gun. 160 pen, 240 damage. APCR round, 243 pen,
Yeah.
240 damage.
Well, you carry
And
more.
really poor HE rounds that this gun carries, 45 penetration
Oof.
and only 320. They're not even really worth using. I don't really use them a lot. And we can see it, gun depression again.
Yeah. Very
I'm going
useful.
to mention its view range here. Well, I've got a second to mention it. 370 metre view range, which is pretty good. It's up there with the
That's
LCAT.
good.
So the
It's the same,
LCAT's got
it's
no advantage in spotting stuff and seeing things
Yeah.
that this ain't got. So the LCAT's got no advantage there. Signal range is slightly down, 615 metres. You can see the gun's accurate. I've never had any trouble with the Jackson with the gun. I've had it with the LCAT, but not the Jackson.
Hellcat trolls you
Yeah, but
randomly,
I've
doesn't it?
never had it with the Jackson. I've heard people say, you know, same gun, it trolls me all the time, the Jackson gun. I've never found it. It's always been pretty
Yes.
spot on for me.
Give it a lot of stuff so far.
And this is what I find is beautiful about the Jackson. We're getting
What?
swamped. We're
Yeah.
getting flanked. We need to stay as front to it. LCAT, you're dead. No
Yeah.
two ways about it. We put a shot in. I risk getting that shot in first, and then I'm going to try and get my armour to face him best I can. Get that shot in again. Can I kill him? Get a killing shot in,
Nice.
and then move.
Yeah, you got to.
We need to hold this corner
now.
now. And that's the beauty of the gun depression. We can hang this corner, try and peek round, get some shots in where we can. Hang back. I don't want to be full on brawling, but I'm trying my best. Flat Panzer. Couldn't get a shot there. Just as I mentioned, accuracy at gun. It were a pretty dude
You're
shot,
still
to be
not
honest.
playing this like a traditional tank destroyer.
Well, none of these matches are allowing it, to be honest with you. And that's the beauty. We'll see it in the next match coming up, how you play it as a true, full-on tank destroyer. We'll take a shot there from that Flat Panzer, get his armour to face him,
Ooh,
bounce a shot.
nicely bounce.
Now we're going to kind of get below him, make him come over that hill, because he's not got as
Yeah.
much gun depression. He has to
Yeah,
come up,
come over.
bam, we're tracking,
Track
somebody
him.
gets a shot in. He's
Just
stuck there now, he has to back down, he knows it's not the best. Yeah,
No,
I thought about it.
I thought you did have it
Yeah,
there.
somebody's
Oh,
artillery's just finished. Oh, Ziska finished him off for all things. Cromwell is waiting for me to come. Put one in. How he managed to get that shot all the way down into my upper
Didn't
glaciers
even
there.
see
I
him.
don't know how he managed to get it to upper glaciers. I can only see top for his tank.
Top of his tank.
Bit of a loopy shot you get on Cromwell. He's probably dropped it in there on me. Think about going round there. I don't know really where enemy team is. I've got an heavy tank. I have a look where he is to my right hand side. He's occupied with mediums. I'm going for him. It's a one-shot kill for me. And this is what I'm talking about with this gun. It's not accurate. It's not accurate, you say?
Oh, it's laggy there, laggy, man.
Well, let's see if this gun's accurate. Let's
Go
see
on
if we
then.
can snap a shot off on it.
Go on then.
Bob.
Oh.
This gun ain't bad at all. Not bad at all.
What's your crew
It's,
like?
it's the same crew I used in the LCAT, so I can't.
Oh,
like,
okay.
I just swapped
Okay.
them
Swapped
about.
them.
I played the LCAT, then I played the Jackson.
Yeah,
I did prefer the Jackson a hell of a lot more to the LCAT.
I can see.
The little sneak peek of why a Jackson's better than an LCAT as well. If I'm sat on a ridge line next to an LCAT and we're both
Yeah.
spotted, there's only one tank they're shooting at, and it ain't me. They're going to shoot the hell out of that LCAT.
LCAT's
The Jackson's very unassuming. Very unassuming.
No, you don't. It doesn't carry the same.
No fear factor, and it
Yeah.
should. It's the same gun.
It
It's doing
should.
the same thing, and LCAT's got
Oh, beautiful, man.
little notch there. I mean, look at that. Already 11 shots, 4 kills. It's just you can brawl in it.
What's your
it's a tank destroyer you can brawl in. And
Oh,
this
go on, we're
is
straight
it.
into
Right,
thing.
we're straight into Ardennes. This
Okay.
is it in its real life element. In fact, it fought at Bastogne in the Ardennes offensive, where it excelled.
Yeah.
And this is going to show it as a full-on sniping game now.
Do you hit stuff?
Yeah, and you're going to see how accurate this gun is.
Yeah, I was
gonna
very
see.
surprised. But
Yeah.
I know the Hellcat it just don't like hitting anything, does it? It doesn't like hitting them.
It's not as accurate as his number 1 tank destroyer at tier 6, but I didn't find it bad at all,
Yeah, yeah.
as we're going to see in this. Bit of patience. A little bit of patience you need. Bosh.
Nice.
Nice roll, 262.
Yeah, made him back
And a
up.
tier 5 tank, he's already
Yeah,
dead.
he's gone.
And we see them all. They're going to push down into town. I can see him now to his left-hand side. A little bit of manoeuvring. Try and get them to it. There's the signal range problem I spoke about.
Yeah.
It's not. They're just literally on the limit for me to see them. 88.
Yeah.
What's that? 500, 550 metres
Yeah,
at that point.
60 now.
We're just waiting for him to come down. Let's see how accurate this gun is.
I'm waiting. Oh,
Tracking shot KV2. It's all we can see, very front corner. Right, 88 cupola.
go on then.
Top of his
Show
cupola.
me.
Bosh. Roll for 210, which weren't smart, but straight in that cupola. Can we put another one in it?
Yeah.
No, we missed that one. And his
Ran
friend's
through.
coming out, his little buddy. What you doing, buddy?
82.
It's 88 fest here.
Corner, that's it.
Oh, again, 266 roll for, a bit better this time.
I
That
can't-
is a full 500 plus metres, and we're in
Yeah.
a cupola.
Yeah.
This gun is not inaccurate. You might just be potluck that R&G were going for me in this game, but it's happened numerous times. I can't say it's an inconsistent thing. It generally behaves for me. Bob, another one. Straight in
probably
cupola
thought-
again.
They probably thought that the Hellcat's been making you very salty recently. I'll give him some good RNG.
I do love the Jackson. I really enjoy playing it because it don't even matter if you get a street map. You can brawl in it. You've got that, especially if it's a tier 6 on a street map. You've got the frontal armour. If somebody doesn't know what you are or where to shoot you,
Yeah.
they've got to hit that
true.
upper plate. If they hit your lower glaciers or your Gumpman, there's a chance you're bouncing, as we've seen already.
Can I say a question?
Yep.
Can you play it like a Cromwell?
No. No turret turning speed. I'll give you a pass. Right, 14.44 power to weight ratio as well while you're at it.
joking.
A little bit of a lull in conversation, and actually
Nick,
we're
come on.
back to 88 bashing.
My question.
There we go,
Ooh.
88 cupola again.
Yeah.
What's that? How many is that? 5 shots
Yeah,
and 4 of
definitely.
it, or 5 and
Yeah.
5 of
No,
it out of
that's
6.
good.
Fantastic
Can't really
accuracy.
complain about that.
I mean, it's kind of even at this point in this match. We're still not moving. Why move?
Yeah.
We're doing a fair bit of damage.
Well,
Is that
you're
another
keeping
88? Another 88.
You're keeping your camo though, that's
We
the
missed
main
that one
thing.
after we big it up with this one.
He's moving though, he's actually moving.
See if we can get one up move. No.
No. No.
He's still coming. We've got plenty of attempts here. He's not very quick.
He's giving plenty.
We big this gun up and then it just lets us down.
Thing is, you've got that ammo. So it's waste, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Look
What
at all
you
this
haven't got on the
wastage you've
Hellcat.
got. You've got plenty to waste.
Oh, the KV2.
Oh,
Tracking shot. Stay there. We're going to deal with you while you sit there. You can see that the gun, as we mentioned with Hellcat, the reload is not fantastic for the amount of damage you do, but the 240 alpha damage is not to be
Yeah,
sniffed at.
not-
That is at 88 again. Let's have another go at that cupola. I'll stick one straight in his side.
may as well go. He's giving you
Might
his
as well.
full
Oh, he's
side.
facing me now. He knows where that
no.
come from. Can we finish him off? No,
No.
it bounced.
No.
It ricocheted.
He moved. How
He's
dare
going,
they
he's
move?
going backsided though. He's going backsided.
Nah.
Ah, not lucky this time. Oh, KV2
Oh,
shot.
no, KV2.
Lining up
Or
for us.
same one.
Trying to stick one in that nice soft turret, or with his sideds on. Might as
Oh,
well put
that
one
was
on
a
his
nice
side.
roll, man.
So he's tracked there now. Tracking shots coming in on him. Finish him off. Bob, another one kill.
You're selling me this Jackson.
It's fantastic, the Jackson. It's
I-
absolutely fantastic. I can't recommend it enough.
I did.
It's so
Wonder.
underassumed, underappreciated, and
Yeah, you're not kidding.
neglected.
Yeah.
And that goes for foes as well, who think they can just come and stomp all over it and don't realise how much armour it's got, how manoeuvrable it is, and how powerful the gun is. They don't seem to relate it to the Hellcat. as
In the
such.
Hellcat game, you said don't ram anything whatsoever.
We can ram things in the Jackson to an extent. Don't
okay.
go taking heavy tanks on it, but artillery is a fair game. We can see here some artillery's asking for help. We're going to come over there and see if we can't get that little bugger off it. I mean, we're losing at this point. We're tanks
Yeah.
down. We've not got the numerical advantage. We've got a T-34. Is it an 85 or 88? I think it's an 85.
85.
My eyes aren't as good as they used to be. Can we get some shots in on him? They're pushing on the right-hand side of us as well, coming at us.
I like your spot, your position on the map. I really like that position.
And it's at this point I'm thinking, them guys are struggling over there.
Shall
But I
I
still
go
don't know
now?
where this T-34-88 is. Good medium player on our team's come across, supported as artillery, and he's protecting him. Good play from him. I feel I can. Oh, he's back.
Ooh, he's back. What?
Take his time. Take his time. Don't waste that shot. Wait till we got the perfect shot. Bang. 262.
Oh.
Put a big hole in,
Yeah.
in a tier 6 medium. The gun's not bad. Can we finish him off?
What can you use
can't
it
see,
with, like
can't see.
rammer and stuff? Is it worth?
That's what I
putting
use. I
rammer?
always take a gun rammer with it. Gun lane drive's not so important. With 8-second reload, you normally aimed in again anyway by the time it's reloaded. There they got Fury finishes him off. KV2's just got a kill as well, and from being behind, we're now in front. Game's completely
Yeah,
flipped
it's
on its
turned
head.
round. Turned it round, man.
Move her back over across this side. At this point, 11 penetrating shots, 3 kills. Well, what's there? An Hellcat. We hardly any elf. Silly old Jackson. This is what you're not afraid to do in a Jackson is mix it.
Bro.
You're not afraid to go in there and mix it.
Yeah.
That's why even on town maps, the Jackson is still an effective tank destroyer. If you can get it on a corner where you can just get the front hanging across and the sides covered,
yeah,
you're going to bounce even more. Angle it properly. But the side armour is garbage. You've got to keep it face on.
I think that's
absolutely face on to be the most effective.
It's a given.
It's slightly off to the either left or right, but not a lot, because it's not going to take much to override the side armour.
I was going to say, you can get pen quite easy from the side, so that's normal though.
And you can see how it can flank round. It can flank round.
Yeah.
It's a flanking tank as well. Well, look, it puts a fairly big hole in there. Well, we've got a KV-85. I don't want him to shoot me.
No.
Especially if you've got 122. Oh, he's coming back out. Show me his side. I don't think it'd matter if he showed me his front. I'd still go through it. He's got a little bit of respect for a Jackson.
He left him on a nipple, probably, wasn't
And KV-85's coming back. Oh, he's on fire.
He's gone.
And shoots floor just for good measure. Good job, I don't go through, but hammer away. That's another 4 kill game, 17 penetrating damage. 1 tank left. Can I tell you what this tank is that's left? Tank destroyer?
Is it a Hellcat?
No, it's another 88. Another one. Just had a quick look to see where we were there.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to weigh up where I think he might be at this point. I knew that they'd come down into town with his platoon, so I'm thinking, has he pushed through the town?
Do you find him?
No, I thought best thing I can do is just go and cap at this point, because if he starts capping, he's up near our cap. We don't really want to be mixing it with him. I'm still umming and ahhing where he could be at this point. We're going to find him.
Yeah.
Don't worry. It's not going to be that boring and entered video where we just drive up and cap out. We do find him. But I'll just talk a little bit more about that Jackson. Like, why it's number 2, because I know you're going to ask me.
I am going to.
It's number 2 because of its flexibility. I talked about that in the other top 5s we've done. It's an important thing for me. Yeah, an Hellcat can probably shoot, reposition and get more shots off, but an Hellcat's not going to do anything in a town map.
Yeah.
This is.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
This is it can snipe because it's got the same gun, so it can do everything an Hellcat can do. The only thing it can't do that an Hellcat does is it's slightly slower.
Okay.
That's it.
Slightly.
Slightly slower, and it's got less camo values. But
so sniping's a positive because the Hellcat.
Here he is.
Oh, here he is.
We found him.
Manoeuvrability's a positive.
Yeah.
It
just suffers from the same problems as the Hellcat, really. Gun traverse.
Yeah, well, it's a tank destroyer. You can stay stationary, keep your binos, keep your camo. It's a positive, that actually, isn't it?
Yeah. It's solid. It's absolutely solid. Its flaws are minor compared to how strong it is in other areas. The gun traverse, it can get easily flanked. Easily. If it gets a medium around it, you're dead.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But that's the same for any tier 6 tank destroyer I can think of. Is just if it gets flanked, it's dead. So that's just pretty much it. It's same all the way up through tiers. Yag Tiger, you get around him, he's dead. There's nothing he can do about it.
Are you going to ram it?
No, I'm not going to bloody ram him. I'm just going to try and sneak enough. I'll use this gun depression.
Oh, look at that.
You know what we talked about in the 88 video about the little cupola in front that protects the rear one? There you go, there's it in evidence. Not this time.
You hit it from there?
We just can't get his gun down that.
And
it's at this point I underestimated my own manoeuvrability. Put another shot in, and the AT's got a fair old fire rate here. And we still bounced that one. And I'm trying to get around it when he got another one into me. It's like, and look at the gun traverse, it won't turn, and then they finish him off, finish him off. I'm taking credit for turning him round so everybody can shoot him. And you can see there, 19 shots.
Yeah.
Well, I think there are fire in there on KV-85, so that takes a couple down. So we'll see now how many penetrations. About 17. I can't remember. He wasn't on fire that long, were he?
No. It's only
you can see
burst.
16, 3,700 damage. Made 58,000.
Mastery badge.
Another mastery badge. Sniper.
Yeah.
And we only blocked 140 in that game.
What average? No, how we said the Hellcat 3 kills 7 shots. What's this? Ish.
It's not far off similar, but it can do it more consistently. Because an Hellcat, if you're in an Hellcat, you get a town map, you're not going to do that 7-shot, 4-kill thing unless you're really having a good game or consistently do it on a town map. You can do it in the Jackson consistently over every map.
Okay.
So it can do we've seen it here, it brawls like mad.
Yeah, it does.
And it does it successfully as well. And the best thing about the Jackson is, I'm assuming, people aren't afraid of it, they don't realise what it is. if you get spotted, people don't tend to make you the priority to kill.
Yeah, definitely. I do agree with that. I do see Jacksons. I don't prioritise them. That is my fault.
They're dangerous.
You don't
Incredibly
realise.
dangerous.
You don't realise,
with a really strong gunman, if that's all down, you're going to struggle to deal with it.
Yeah.
And he's going to slowly pick you to pieces with 240 hit points every time.
Can it cope in tier 8?
It can. The guns, we've seen the Hellcat gun can cope in tier 8. Same gun, I've said God knows how many times I keep repeating myself. Yeah, it can deal in tier 8. The armour doesn't stand up.
I was going to say, you can't brawl in tier 8.
No, not as much or as well. Well, it depends what you're coming up against.
Can you Ramo in tier 8?
Well, it depends if it's light. If it's indent Panzer or something like that, you'd probably kill each other on, but that's about it. He's just a good, solid tank. Fantastically solid.
It's very good. I do like it. I think you've convinced me to say it's number 2.
So you want its pluses?
Yeah, go on.
I'll quickly go through
positives.
Its perks are your normal perks. It isn't as perk orientated as the Hellcat, but we're just talking camo perks.
Oh, okay, it's not.
Sixth Sense camo perks.
Yeah.
They're the first thing you should go for, but that's pretty much tank destroyer perks, aren't they? Yeah. Jackson's no different. Equipment, binos, camo net, rammer.
Yeah, I'd go with that.
Perfect for
you
it.
Put vents on it because there's a lid on this one.
I'm not sure, but I don't think it's needed. I think they're more important, far more important.
Yeah, binos and camo.
Yeah. Well, I'll go straight into its plus points now. I said before, the gun, good alpha damage, 240. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's pretty accurate, as we've seen.
You've said loads about the gun. Skip.
It's armoured. I'd go as far as to say it's the most armoured tier 6
Is it,
we've got after the 88, but more effective with the use of the turret,
the
use of its gun depression that you can't make use of in the 88, and it's not as artillery.
This was really one prototype either.
No, fantastic tank. Decent manoeuvrability.
Yeah,
it's
no,
a plus point.
Agree with that.
It gets about. It's not slouchy. So you can get about. You can shoot. You can scoot. You can get out of there and reposition if you need to.
I would.
Gun depression is fantastic,
Yeah,
and coupled the gun depression up with a fantastic gun mantler is awesome. Definitely. Absolutely awesome.
In tier 6 and 7.
So you get that thing all down. If you want to play your Jackson effectively, get it all down. Use your gun depression. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It's on to negatives. Gun traverse.
Yeah.
Turret.
What about the actual tank traverse?
Tank. It's not horrific. It's not bad at all. Pretty. If you've played M10 Wolverine, which you will have had to do before, you'll know pretty much how it's going to handle. That's a little bit quicker, but the Jackson's not much dissimilar, to be honest with you. Upper glacis, you can't really hide it. People say hide your weak spots in a tank. You can't hide that. No. His camo rating's a little bit less than an Hellcat, but it's still pretty good because it's a tank destroyer, and that's pretty much it. It's not many weaknesses to it.
So
it's got more ammo in it as well. More ammo, so I can just fire away like a lunatic. I don't know why I ever get a sniper for me. I just firing like a loony all the time.
So is that it then?
That's it. The Jackson, fantastic tank. I love it. It's number 2 for a reason.
Yeah.
You've seen in this video. If you need any more evidence than what it's done in the 3 matches we've shown you.
No, that's it. Number 2 out of our top 5. Thank you very much. That's it, really, isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's it. Thank you very much for watching. For number 1, yeah. Anyway, laters.